morning.
Great to see you awake. On a Sunday morning, it's not easy. So what we are going to do is to have a workshop. Now, what do you mean by a workshop? Well, it's something where we work together so that we can shop the benefits together, right? So, I would need all your help and all your energy and all your ENSO hormones to assist us to get a benefit out of this workshop. Now, please note, we say us. I would also walk out of this room wise enough from whatever you provide to me. A workshop cannot be something that is delivered and taken. It has to be something that is discussed and taken together. Okay, let's move on. Varun, question to you. What are you thinking right now?
What are the things that I'm gonna learn today?
What are the things you're going to learn today? Brilliant. Who next? Prasanna. Say you are walking on a road and a car rushes to you. What would you do?
I will shift myself to other side.
You will rush aside. Mehul, what do you think a baby does when it is born?
Cries.
It cries. What are each of you doing when you are having these thoughts? You rush aside, the baby cries, you are thinking what you're going to learn. What are you doing?
Reacting.
Reacting. Any other words for reacting?
Evaluating the situation.
You're evaluating, right? We evaluate situations right from the moment we take our first breath, right? And why do you need a gray-haired man to come and tell you how to evaluate? Some of these evaluations could be life-saving as well. It's ingrained in us. When a car rushes to you, you rush aside, that's ingrained, you don't think, right? So evaluation is ingrained in us. So what is it in evaluation that we learn in Toastmasters? Why something so basic needs to be taught? No one taught us how to breathe, right? So why do we need to be taught? Okay, let's find out again. Mridula, did you get an evaluation when you were a kid? Like about your studies, about your any other activities?
Yes, I did.
Can you give us an example? What kind of evaluation you got?
Well, the first evaluation which I got was when I went up on the stage for the first time during a dance performance, and it was a positive evaluation or a positive commendation which I got. But then when I went up on the stage for the first time to give a public speech, then I got some recommendations as to how to do it.
Can you have one example of what kind of things that you got? Yes, Sharmishta,
Yes.
right? Yes, Sharmishta.
Report cards.
Yes, and what was the evaluation you normally? No, reports card is the form of evaluation. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But then you take it back home or you take it to your teacher. You got some evaluation back. What kind of things would normally be? I don't know. I mean, maybe
General
you're.
comments would be you should learn how to keep quiet.
You should learn how to keep quiet. Evaluation, yes, please.
He's not hardworking and he still is promoted to class 2.
So it was like, why is your Bengali marked so bad? So next time you work hard on Bengali, gets a great marks. Okay, Bengali is fine. What you did in maths? Right? Anything you find in common about all the evaluation you used to get. All the examples each of you give. Normally, what we believe in real life about evaluation is negative feedback, where people think we need to improve. Somehow we have the feeling that the person would already know what is good about him or her. And it is only the things that has to be improved has to be fed back. Now this is perhaps the biggest problem we have in our world today. If you go and give anyone an evaluation saying that, okay, you are brilliant in this, a couple of things is there you have to improve. I can tell you, most of the arguments that you're going to have, spouse, kids, and don't think, people who are not married, that only your spouse is the biggest problem. Wait till you have kids. So spouse, kids, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, most of your problems will be gone if you can give what is called a balanced feedback. And that is what we learn in Toastmasters. How to provide a balanced feedback. Please remember, if you are not telling him what a person is good or what can be improved, the evaluation is not complete. So what we'll turn to learn today is what Toastmaster tells us about balanced feedback. Good? Clear why we should learn evaluation?
Yes.
Great, thank you. What to evaluate? What do you think is to be evaluated? What should we evaluate?
Speech.
Speech, okay?
Any performance.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I will take that as a speech as part of any performance. Okay, are we evaluating the performance?
The content.
Content,
Anything we do.
yeah, so that is part of the performance. See, when we come and speak, so I'm giving a workshop today, so I have a goal. You have a goal, I have a goal. So your VP Education, when he contacted me, he had a goal. So every performance that happens anywhere has a goal. Doesn't matter how small it is or how big it is. Whether you're aware of it or you're unaware of it, it has a goal. Okay? When we are evaluating whether the performance sums up to that goal. So your work as an evaluator is to first find out what is the goal of the performance. So, for example, today, you may have different goals in the workshop today. Some may want to learn about evaluation, some may want to just spend time in the AC, some may want to just don't have anything else to do. The movies opens up in another half an hour. So, yeah. So those are the goals. I have some goal, so you have to understand whether whatever I'm doing over here adds up to that goal. So whenever we do a speech evaluation or any evaluation, what we look for is the speech coherence, which means everything I do on the stage, does it add up to the goal I am trying to deliver? It doesn't matter if you're doing an icebreaker or you're doing a level 5. Okay. So are we clear? It's not the speech, it's whether the speech satisfies its path towards the goal. Okay? That is what we should evaluate. Are we clear here? Yeah. As I said, please remember the workshop thing we spoke about in the first thing. It's about together. Yeah. Moving on. How to evaluate. Okay. So this is very subjective. So a same speech, if you go to a contest, you will see different people comes up with different evaluation. And that is perfectly fine. So whatever the speech makes you think of is the evaluation you have. Right? Now there are different ways to evaluate as well. We often talk about the sandwich method, where we spoke about what is good in the speech and then where you can put a bit more improvement and then a collection and a conclusion kind of a thing. So that is called a sandwich method. There are other methods as well. There is an acronym method where you take a word and then take each alphabet of the word and then you say, okay, for A you are awesome, and for C your voice when you cried was really like a cry. Something. You go on. So these are some of my recommendations or something I follow. Please remember, this is something I follow, and it may not match what you are doing. So please be yourself, but these are some of the recommendations. Okay. Observe keenly. And remember, one of the speech in which I was evaluating, or I was a judge, either judge or so the speaker was giving a humorous speech. Okay, so he was giving a humorous speech. He said, "Wow," and he ended with a perfect joke. People laughed, and then he went on the stage saying, "The moment the judge is going to see that, they would know there is something that was missing." So you observe keenly everything that has happened, everything, every movement that the speaker is making and relate it back to the speech coherence. Is whatever he is suggesting, is the artifacts he is using, are they adding up to that goal that we are having? And not only the speaker, you observe the audience as well. Are the audience reacting or have they gone back to sleep? Okay, so that is suggestion 1. Suggestion 2. The first evaluation contest we had in IBM, I know everyone knows OIMPAL, right? There is no Toastmaster in the world who doesn't know OIMPAL. So if you do not know OIMPAL, please raise your hand. We'll have a separate workshop for you. So OIMPAL, I and some other people were the contestants in the first evaluation workshop. And OIMPAL actually had an evaluation notes of 5 pages. His evaluation speech was bigger than the speech itself. He is a fabulous speaker, no doubt. I mean, he is one of the best around. But when you are giving an evaluation, you cannot speak about everything that you want to improve in the speech, neither about everything you like in the speech, because simply the time is not allowed. And the reason the time is not allowed is because no human being can take away 25 points. We will forget all of them. So what you do, you choose what you think is the greatest and the weakest. Now it depends on this, on your delivery speed, how many you will choose. Normally I choose 3 greatest and 2 weakest. I mean, grammarian, please hold. There is no 2 weakest, but 2 which are weaker and 3 which are, yeah, which are better. I thought she was just scribbling. I just walked in. Okay, so choose the biggest. Now remember, which is the biggest, which is the greatest? The greatest is the one that is going to make the biggest impact on the speech. So sometimes we talk about body language, sometimes we talk about mother tongue influence, sometimes we talk about pronunciations. Find out, does it make sense that if this person does include body language in his speech, will it massively change the speech? Or is there something else that you can offer that will change the speech more? So that judgment you have to make. What would make the speech better? Okay? 3 positives, which he did very well, and 2 where he could have been better. Most importantly, when you are talking about either of them, please provide a proof. Normally we hear, oh, you were fabulous. We have forgotten the 30 seconds of fabulous. When you go and say, you know, the pause that you used when you said, you are one of the best. The pause between you are and the one of the best was the best thing in the speech. That he will remember for days. Because he knows you have listened to him, you have noted, and you really have a point. So please come up with a proof. If it is a positive, where in the speech you thought that occurred, why you think that was good. If it is something to improve, give him the example. Okay, instead of doing this, if you said this is how the speech would look. So this is one of the most important things, provide a proof. Whenever you're going into Shayak spoke about the evaluation contest. So if you look at the contest, providing a proof or recommend on the recommendation is one of the biggest thing contest judges look for. Yes, sir.
I have a question. Suppose if I'm evaluating a speech and the speech is like the speaker has done really well in terms of body language in parts of the speech, and in 1 or 2 parts of the speech he has done he could have done better. So what it should be my commendation, because I cannot say it in both the way, because the judges might feel that I am contradictory and I am confused or something like that. So what should I do?
Very good question. So then you go back to the greatest and the weakest. Which part you think, if he changes, will affect the speech more? Do you think the body language he has done in his speech is affecting the speech more, or the ones he missed, if he had included that, would have affected the speech more. So that judgment you have to make. Saying that, you can also put it in two places. You have to explain accordingly. So you were very good with the body language in this, and this. In this part, you could have done this as well, which comes later. That can also happen. But then the best way is to choose. Because you're rightly saying, sometimes it may confuse people. अरे ये तो body language के लिए बोला अच्छा है, so is it good or is it bad? So that can happen. A very good question. Anything else? Are you getting me? Either I'm speaking fabulous or speaking. Okay, moving on. Good. Suggestion 3: package encouraging. We just saw about when we spoke about the various feedback we got. It was like, okay, you've done good here, but what happened to the other one? You know, by the time you have put in all your effort to improve one portion, and then in 30 seconds you forget what you have done there. You feel you have done nothing, which is not the case. So always package encouragingly. Even when you're giving a feedback, it can be packaged encouragingly, saying that, okay, you have done good in this. This couple of things that you need to change. Please do that, and then you are already a very good speaker because you have these 3 things which is already there. Okay. So packaging encouragingly is one of the best things, leaving the speaker on a high. No, it has nothing to do with grass high. It is that hormone high. You know, I'm sure Shayok will talk about when you're getting a feedback, what kind of hormones get released. Is there, Shayok, in your presentation? Brilliant. Okay. And we did not arrange this. So that is that high we are talking about. When you get a positive feedback, you always get on a high. Make sure the speaker leaves the podium on a high. Okay. Okay, so those are the 3 things. POP is what I call them in short. Can anyone say what these are? O is for? Observe. Nidhi is not allowed to answer because she has been in the workshop before. The first P is? Package and proof. Yes. Thank you. Thank you that you remember. Yeah. I left you on a high?
Very well.
Okay. We'll pick this up. Okay, so proof, observe, package. I remember is at a POP. Okay, so what we do now is we will look into one of the speeches from YouTube. And then we will evaluate together. The reason I picked up a speech from YouTube is because we can be completely free. If it was someone over here, we may have, since the speaker is not here, I believe we would be more free to discuss. So we will have that speech coming up in a moment. But before that, a big myth that we have while evaluating. So let's say, for example, Daniel Decroix has come and given a speech. You are asked to evaluate. How can I evaluate him? He's a world champion. Okay, that's the myth, right? Okay, how many of you have seen this picture in the social media? All of you, right? And what happened in this year? Huh? What happened? She became Miss World. So we are free to comment on the fashion sense of a previous Miss World. Why can't we evaluate a champion? Right? And it is not, see, when you are evaluating, you are not telling him that you are not comparing your speaking abilities with him. What you are doing is how, as a listener, you felt when he spoke. It is nowhere connected to the speech he is preparing. You are not going to compete with him in the speech. but you have every right to give an evaluation saying, I felt this. So whenever you are evaluating, do not compare your speaking abilities to the speaker's abilities. And then you will see you can evaluate easily. Okay, so let's move on to the